Hello and welcome to Applaud the Mod, a series in which I, Connor, look at some of the best upcoming mods today. And today we will be looking at Star Wars Thrawn's Revenge, or Galactic Civil War, which is a mod for Star Wars Empire's War Forces of Corruption. And is set around Admiral Thrawn, more or less, depending on what faction you pick, but as the title entails, it's Thrawn's Revenge, and you get revenge as Admiral Thrawn. So I know this is another Forces of Corruption mod, but I do find myself playing quite a lot of this one, more so than any other mod I have. It's sort of a mix between arcadey action and more realistic Star Wars action. So the fighters are to scale, the hard points are more to scale with the type of weapons that they are using. There's loads of this mod, there's a hell of a lot. There's new special effects, the turbo lasers actually look like they're firing turbo laser lasers. The damage on ships tech look like they're actually taking damage. It doesn't look like wee sparks, it sort of looks like explosions all over the ship. Like they're actually being hit hard. So much. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump through the Galactic Conquest and show you what's been added. And while I'm doing that, I'll talk a little bit about the mod and what's been added. So as you can see, we have quite a lot of new Galactic Conquest options to play as here. Mini campaigns. And each are set around different eras of Star Wars. So you have the Black Fleet Crisis, the Thrawn campaign where he's in the Outer Rim and he's forming up the Empire of the Hand. You have the hunt for Admiral Zinj or Grand Admiral Zinj. And then you have this, which is Infinities from the ground up. You more or less start with a faction that has no heroes or anything. You start with one planet, you build it up, and then you just conquer other planets, which is quite enjoyable. It's more or less like a total war game. We had to conquer a lot of places from one little part of the land. But yeah, that's off track. I digress. So this mod adds so many so many things to the game. It adds new ships, new heroes, new land units, new fighters, new skins, new models. Everything's rigged, new planets. Fucking everything is added to this mod, and has by far got to be one of the most detailed and has had the most work done to it that I've seen. So, and there's also new factions. You can play as the Duskin League, which is not really that enjoyable. I haven't really got that much, but it's sort of just a small faction. You also have the Pentastar Alignment, which is sort of a faction of the Empire. We have the Empire of the Hand, which is mainly Chiss and led by Grand Admiral Thrawn. And we have the Imperial Remnant, which is the remnant of the Imperials. And the New Republic, which is the New Republic. So what I'll do now is I'll jump into a game as the Empire of the Hand, because they seem to have the most added to them. Every ship and every single unit that the Empire of the Hand has is unique. It's been made by the modders, and I have to say it's incredibly enjoyable. So I'll pick the Empire of the Hand. I'll go to Captain, difficulty, normal, whatever. And let's see how things turn out. Now the mod team behind this are also working on a mod for our Sins of a Solar Empire, a Star Wars mod, and it's set in a similar era and time. I just had to skip all this music, otherwise I get copyright infringement again. Big mistake, Connor. And yeah, it's looking incredibly promising. So with every start of Galactic Conquest, you click down here at the hologram thing, the victory conditions, and you get a message.
I am Grand Admiral Thrawn. Welcome to the Empire of the Hand. We are the last true hope the galaxy has for unity. It is unfortunate that we must fight other Imperials. However, it is absolutely necessary for the greater good. I look forward to your input.
Right, so as you can see, the voice acting in this mod is quite good compared to a lot of other ones where it's more or less just thrown together. Right, so what I'll do now is I'll show you a few of the ships in a battle. And we have the Empire, the Pentastar Alignment, I believe, is over there. So what I'll do is I'll throw a quick makeshift fleet together and head over there and show you the new ships.
Moving to coordinates.
And how each of them look.
Moving out.
Let's see if I can get as many as possible here. Right,
Order confirmed.
as I was saying, this mod has a lot of new heroes, and it doesn't work on a tech level or a research tier upgrading system that lets you get to new tech levels, so you can get new your ships, new your weapons, new your units. It works on an era system. So whenever your leader dies, So I have Thrawn here. He's my leader. Well, I hope he is. Whenever Thrawn dies... Hold on, I'll actually just see who the leader is. They would like to demonstrate this. Right, so he seems to be the leader. So, in this mod, whenever your leader dies, you get a whole new set of leaders, or a whole new set of heroes plus a new leader, and that sort of gives you new tech as well, which is incredibly interesting and a really, really cool addition to the way the game works. Because whenever your heroes die, it doesn't mean that your leader dies, it doesn't mean you're out for good, you're out for the count. You have another chance, and you've got a brand new empire to start off with, which is really enjoyable. But with every mod, there's downsides and there's, you know, everything. There's good sides and bad sides, sorry. And with this, and I have to say that this is more of a problem with the ground combat in the overall Empire War experience, because the ground combat in this game is horrible. It's terrible. But with the space combat, it's so good. And that's why I don't really like to demonstrate the ground combat in this, because it is so bad. But I might have a quick space battle here and then show you a little bit of the ground combat. But I was playing last night with a friend a bit of ground combat, and it was my friend and I against two AIs, and they were only a normal, but they raped us as the Pentastar line. The Pentastar line seemed incredibly underpowered for what it was.
Moving to
they had the usual walkers, the stormtroopers and all, but they were just crap. You also got Sith warriors as them, but yeah, they didn't really do much. So as you can see, a lot of ships have been added. We have the I forget the name of these Empire ships. Well, he's Commander Stan. He commands the Phalanx ship. That's not a Phalanx. That's the I must say here somewhere. I even got ones. Yes, I do.
Reporting in.
Star Destroyer.
The Ascendancy Star Destroyer. They also use the original Star Destroyers that were from the Empire.
Yes,
they've got a few commanders and admirals from the Empire that seem to like using their ship. I mean, why wouldn't they? You also have a lot of fighters. So let's get a fighter here and let's just look at it for a second. Very similar to the TIE Fighter, only they look a hell of a lot more badass. Awesome. So much details put into this mod.
Admiral Thrawn reporting. TIE Squadron standing by.
It's just beautiful. Now, one thing I would like to point out, yes, here, this is the Pentastar alignment. They use Munificence and Venators, a lot of old class ships from more or less the Clone Wars, and just when they come over, when the Republic sort of became the Empire, that they've got really low tech ships and they're really crap. I was using quite a lot of Venators last night. I was playing as the Pentastar alignment against a friend. The Venators were 4,000 credits each and they did not last long whatsoever. And I just got my ass kicked, and then I got a load of Star Destroyer Mark IIs, and I mean, they more or less destroyed him. But yeah, early game you have no chance of doing anything at all. Your fighters aren't that impressive, your bombers are very, very weak. Just overall disappointment.
Choose your reinforcements.
Now with Thrawn's Revenge, you do get a higher level cap and the amount of reinforcements you can call in as well. So with Star Wars, I think it was 20, Empire War was 20, and now you get 40. And with the Clone Wars or the Republic of War mod I showed previously, it was sort of the same, only the units took up more cap, so you could get less of them into the battle. But with this, just look at that, it says that fleet. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing, motherfucker. So we'll try and get this over quickly. Let's see if I can speed this up without a massive drop in the FPS.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Our target priority is the Munificent Star Frigate, because it is horrible ship. Horrible. Taking their sweet time. In fact, I might just get the bombers to do a bombing run and just completely destroy them outright.
Order confirmed. The lasers are our target.
Let's see.
Awaiting your orders.
Yeah, there we go. We've got quite a few heroes here. We've got Suntur Fel. His, not his ancestors, his grandkids? Is that what I could say? Not his ancestors. Ancestors are before him. His relatives take after he dies and all. His sons, well, whatever. You get what I'm saying. sort of form a new galaxy, the Bell Dynasty or something is it? I can't really remember, but they're pretty awesome. They're like a faction of the Empire, but they're not as dickheadish. They're more honourable in ways, but yeah, that's beside the point. Let's see if I can just have a quick space battle here. As you can see, each ship is completely new. They're new models with new skins. So I'm just going to click on her and just see when we get the ship here. Very nice looking ship, a lot of detail. Sort of looks like the Republican ships of the old Republic era, the Hammerheads and Atlantis. Pretty awesome. Then we have our Star Destroyers with the Star Destroyers from Empire of War. And you can tell that there because the little blue trim around the edges. A lot of monsters have that, and the ship doesn't look as detailed. So that's a very, very nice model. A lot of the models from the original Empire War are really, really good. So there's TIE Fighters, Victory Star Destroyers, and one of my least favorite ships is always. And you have the Shaft frigate, quite a big frigate, to be fair. It's a lot bigger than the Acclimators or even the Magnificent blown up. The Magnificent was blown up. So we'll probably see that. Or, yep, the Enforcer is a ticket ship. Oh, I thought it was a frigate. So yeah, there's been a lot of new additions, so we'll try and get this over with quickly, conquer the space around the planet, and then I'll go in for a little grind battle and then call it a day, I think. Hopefully it won't be too long. I think that's the last ship and that's it. How can someone catch him as punishment?
We are victorious.
Ah, yes we are. It's a swarm of death. All these fighters. So yes, this mod is incredibly good. If you're looking for it, I will post a link in the description below. But before that, we need to have a little grind battle, don't we? Yes, we do. So I'll call all available grind forces from every planet. We're not really going to be using them otherwise. And I will show you what we can do. Right. It seems that the Imperial Remnant are held up on Passatine, yes, that's it. And I would really not like to tangle with them at the minute. I'd like to have a quick ground battle and show you how horrible the ground combat is.
Adjusting navicomputer.
It's not really, I mean, there should always be good and bad points about a mod. But in this, there sort of really isn't. I mean, it's not, I can't really say a mod that I played that the ground combat and Forces of Corruption is any good. I mean, I do not understand why nobody has ever tried making a Star, well they have, sorry, but why nobody has succeeded in making a Star Wars mod for either Dawn of War or Dawn of War 2. Make the clones the Imperial Guard, make the droids possibly the Necrons, reskin them, new models. It would be the best Star Wars ground combat mod ever. Or even, what do you call it?
Invasion
Company of Heroes. It'd be really, really good, but nobody's ever tried it. I've seen a few screenshots of guys who have just reskinned a couple of the units in other Space Marines and Dawn of War, but yeah, that's all they did. A couple of clone troopers, one clone trooper unit and one droid unit, and that was it. And it never got anywhere, they never finished it. So it really boggles my mind. I mean, the Imperial Guard do fit the role perfectly for clones. Perfectly. And then again, the Necrons aren't in Dawn of War 2, but there is another mod coming out, I can't remember the name, that is adding the Necrons, the Tau, which are awesome, and a few other units, or factions, like the, sorry about that guys, the game keeps freezing up every time I try to initiate a ground battle on Galactic Conquest. So I've just jumped into a quick skirmish here and I'm not really sure what's causing that.
All weapons loaded.
I'll just do a quick overview of how the ground combat works, but the ground combat is never that interesting in Force of Corruption, and that's just my personal opinion. You might enjoy it, but I just don't. It feels really clunky and heavy. I don't know how to explain it, but look how the infantry move. The infantry move with the Lego man. Look at the legs. They move like they're retarded. Well, we have some reskinned stormtroopers that now look like chess units. Chess being the blue, red-eyed alien race that Grand Admiral Thrawn is, well, a part of. And they're led by, I'm guessing that's the stormtrooper lieutenant or sergeant or whatever. We'll just call in another hero here. We have heroes for each faction in skirmish as well. I was quite disappointed to see that the Pentastar did not have any heroes, although they have quite a lot in Galactic Conquest. So that's maybe something they could improve on. Right to the game. But then again, the mod isn't. I don't think it's finished. They haven't. I think they still have to add a few things to it. Not really sure, but yeah, it's a brilliant mod nonetheless. The only downside is obviously the ground combat, and in quite a few of the space battles, I forgot to mention this. The enemy, or not the enemy, sorry, whenever you do get a space battle, and even if they're sort of matching you in strength, and you're the one attacking, and they have quite a lot of defenses around their space station, like Golden stations or Brask stations, they just get up and retreat. I don't understand that. It must be a fault with the AI, but they do it more than they should, and it really takes the enjoyment out of the battle. So that's been look at Star Wars Forces of Corruption. And the mod that we are looking at is Thrawn's Revenge. I will post the link to the mod in the description below. And if you have any questions on how to install this with a Steam version or whatever, just post a comment in the little comment section below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.